Okay, this is a scrapbook I found. A boy made. He was in the 4th grade. This is Georgia history scrapbook. It's got Georgia right here on it and carding on it, showing right here a real hobby. That stuff right there is it's not just a picture. GA with a heart. There was a 4th grader who did this. This is Georgia. All of this right here is supposed to be what Georgia's state things are. You know, I bet you half of y'all people, I bet you 2/3 of you people don't even know what this is. Right here is the state mineral. What's that? The Starlight. 1976 is when they made the state mineral in 1976. That's what it looks like right there. It looks like old rusty rocks or something or other right here. In 1976, shark's tooth. They made the state fossil. The shark's tooth, 1976. That's when they made this. Here, that's a big old shark's tooth right there. You can see how big it is. I'm talking about it's a big one. The state mineral, Statue Light or whatever, 1976. Looks like old rusty rocks. I see them things all the time. Right here, the state fossil, the shark's tooth, 1976. That's when they dedicated this thing right here. This right here is a, what you think that is? What kind of bird is that? That's a state bird. State game bird. The Bob White. Bob White? I know that. 1970 is when they made the state bird. But the Bob White is when they made that. And you know what this is? That's a peach. It's supposed to be Georgia. It's supposed to be the peach state, but all those peaches now is only about big as your thumbnail. They got small peaches, and you see it's got the ladybug on there, bringing it good luck. Anyway, right there is the state fruit, the peach. 1995 is when they did that. That's when they made the thing right there, the state peach. In 1995. Over here, what kind of bird is that? This right here is the state bird. See this other one over here was a game bird. You can shoot and eat them things. That's what that Bob White looks like right there. They're beautiful birds. I see them all the time. But over here is the a brown thrasher. He's the state bird, brown thrasher. 1935 is when they made the brown thrasher. Okay, this right here is hooked on fishing. This right here is state fish, largemouth bass, 1970 is when they made that. State fish, 1970. See, all that stuff right there is real. That's not just a picture. About a young boy, 4 years old. He did that. Okay, this right here, what you think that is? Onions. This is onions. State vegetable. State vegetable. Vidalia onions. In 1990 is when they dedicated that. What you think this is? Peanuts. This is peanuts right here. Peanuts. The state crop is the peanut. In 1995 is when they made the peanut. The state crop. It's right here. That's the right whale, marine animal. In 1985, they dedicated the marine animal, the right whale, in 1985. I see them before right here. The state insect. Look at that. All of these things right here, every one of them things right there are little bugs. They're not pictures. They're just little state insect. Is the honeybee. 1975 is when they made the honeybee. The state insect in 1975. This is Georgia now. We're talking about Georgia right here. I bought this book at Goodwill. I bought this. Look at that. I bought it at Goodwill. I think I paid $1 for it. state reptile is the Gopher Tortoise in 1989. Well, I see them things. I can show you holes and rattlesnakes and these things. They live in the same hole right there. The Gopher Tortoise, 1989. This right here, what you think that is? The state seashell is the Knobble Whelk. In 1987, they made the knobbled whelk. You see those around here all the time right there and all. The state seashell is the knobble whelk. In 1987 is when they made that thing. This right here is the state tree. That's the state tree right there. State tree, the live oak. 1937 is when they dedicated the state tree as being a live oak in 1937. Brunswick do have some beautiful trees. Georgia on my mind, that's the song right there. You got the ladybug there. This right here, it says, played by Fatswater. This right here, state song. Georgia on my mind, 1979. It's when they made Georgia on my mind. Was in 1979. Butterfly. What kind of butterfly you think that is? What you think? State butterfly, the Tiger Swallowtail. They made it 1988. They made it the state butterfly. I see them things all the time. Beautiful, beautiful. What you think this is? Don't look at the butterflies. Look at the white thing in the back. And the pink, yellow. What you think that is? It's a flower. State flower. The state flower is a Cherokee Rose. In 1916 is when they made the Cherokee Rose in 1916. State flower, the Cherokee Rose in 1916. It's right here, the state quarter. Yeah, I'm outside. That's why you see everything flickered. Georgia. State quarter, 1999 is when they made that. You can see the date on the back of it right there. This is the state flag in 2003. That's the state flag right there. That's what it looks like. Georgia state flag. 2 red lines, a white, red, white, and blue with the yellow. Constitution. Justice. In God we trust. That's what it says. The state flag. They made that in 2003. This right here, what you think that one is? That's a flower. They're everywhere around Brunswick. That's the state wildflower, the azalea. In 1979, they made the state wildflower azalea. What you think this is? This is a gem. This is something like a diamond. This is in Georgia. You find this in Georgia. I've seen it before. I didn't know what it was, but anyway, this is the state gem, the Quartz. 1976, they made the Quartz the state gem in 1976. This right here is the state motto. State motto. Wisdom, justice, and moderation. That's the state motto right there. State motto. Wisdom, justice, and moderation. This right here is the state seal. This is Georgia's state seal. State of Georgia, Department of Defense, 1776. Pretty old, ain't it? 1776. This right here shows, it says, the state seal shows here was adopted in 1798. There are 3 pillars representing the branches of government: legislation, executive, and judicial. There is a Man with a sword drawn, standing by to protect the Constitution. On the back is a boat with tobacco and cotton that represents the agriculture and commerce in Georgia. The date was changed from the seal in 1799 to 1776 in 1914. So they changed it from 1799 to 1796. So they backed it up about 20 years or so. The state seal. This right here's a picture of Fort Frederica, St. Simons, Georgia. That's just a picture they're showing you here. This right here is St. Simons, and this right here is showing you Bloody Marsh. They got a lot. I ain't going through all of them. Right here's the picture. If you want to read all that, you can read it. Fort Frederica, established in 1736 by James Oglethorpe. Get off me, fly. Georgia was still a new colony and needed to be protected from the Spanish, who had control of Florida to the south. The fort was given its name. Well, the sun shines bright, I can't read it. The fort was given its name from Prince of Wales at that time, Frederica Lewis. The fort was on the Frederica River on the north end of St. Simons. In 1742, the Spanish came to the island, and having the fort right here helped stop them from invading any further. Hard to read. I'm reading this through the camera, so I'm not, it's kind of hard to read it. The fort had a complete town along with a military house and equipment, all protected by large walls and an earthen rampart. Unfortunately, there was a peace in the area, the town, and the fort was left. It is a national state park now, and its history is protected by future generations. This right here is a Bloody Marsh. It's just, I'm not gonna read all this. This right here just shows Bloody Marsh right here. Get off of me. More, them flies are just everywhere today. I'm outside under the tree. This right here is Fort Frederica. This right here is just telling a little story about it. Like in 1742, Spanish fleet came to St. Simons in Georgia. The Spanish took over Fort Simons on July the 7th. I'm not reading no more of this right here. You read all that if you want. You have to stop the video and read it. This right here was it come from the history culture. Okay, that's all of it. That was the end of it. That's all of that book. But this right here was just this is just a scrapbook. Georgia history scrapbook. This is by a fourth grade did this. Okay, that's my little story on the Georgia history on the scrapbook. I'm outside. You can hear the sirens in the background. Boy, they don't never stop. I'm stopping this thing. It's been 14 minutes right now. Okay, this is just the Georgia history scrapbook. I'm stopping it now. Learn your history. Learn what your things are. Learn. Read about Georgia. All right, stopping it now. Bye.